everyone. I'm Kendria. I need you to go like, follow, and subscribe. Soul Productions.
What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking.
What's up, everyone? It's another episode of Next Level Thinking. As you always know, it's your host, Chris Holmes, bringing you inspirational guests and helping you take to the next level. For today, I have with me a special, lovely guest by the name of
Johnna Haines.
Hey, so go ahead and tell the audience a little bit about yourself and let them know how amazing you are.
Thanks so much, Chris. I appreciate you having me this morning. My name is Johnna Haines, and I'm a personal stylist. I'm a mobile stylist. So what that means is, guys, I come to your home or office, take your measurements, show you some beautiful fabrics, and we design amazing custom clothes.
So she's going to make us look good.
That's the plan. That is absolutely the plan.
Awesome. So, how did you get into this? So, where's the origin story of all this? Did you just wake up and be like, you know what? I'm going to style the entire world.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it happened. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Actually, my background is in electrical engineering. I did computer network design for what I'll call my first career. Okay. Then I was a stay-at-home mom, so spent some time with the kiddos at home doing volunteer work. And then at some point, I just decided that I wanted to do something that was for me, something a little out of my comfort zone, something different. And this kind of fell in my lap through someone who was on my PTO board. And 7 years later, it's a lot of fun and I'm enjoying it.
And it's always interesting, and I want to piggyback a little bit, and it's always about getting outside your comfort zone. That's how you really extend yourself into your growth, because that's when the amazing things start to happen. It's like going to the weight room, you put on a little bit more weights than you expect, and you're like, man, it's a little bit more heavier than usual. I don't know what's going on, but I got to pick this up. So that's what it's all about. But go a little bit more in detail of how he introduced you into the stylish industry.
So actually, the person that introduced me is a founding partner in the company, and she was an attorney by trade and decided that she wanted to stay at home with her kids, and this opportunity came to her. And so we were just talking one day, what do you want to do with life? It was, kind of a moment, mom's talking without the kids. And this was just something that sounded interesting. And again, because my background is in engineering, I'm a very technically minded person. This is much more creative, and it just sounded like an opportunity to do something, like you said, out of your comfort zone, something different. I did have a lot of contacts from my work in engineering, and so that's kind of where I started with my client base.
Yeah, and I was about to say, because that's what I was about to get to, but you already answered it, because I was like, we went from technical to creative. That was a huge switch.
Big switch. Yeah, it is, but it's a lot of fun. I get to use the technical part in doing measurements and things like that. But then the creative part, it challenges me. I spend a lot of time on men's fashion blogs or GQ magazine.
You probably pointing out my favorite magazine, GQ. What you know about GQ?
There's a lot of great information, not, beyond styling. There's just a lot of great information. Things like watching award shows and seeing what people are wearing, just paying attention to fashion.
Yep, and that's what it's all about. I want to go ahead and throw this question because I'm pretty sure everybody wants to be fashionable, breaking necks, catching all the attention and much more. But I think one of the biggest question that rises is, do I have the money to afford this? I don't want to look good like everybody else on TV, but I feel like a lot of people are like, I don't know if I have the money.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So I think people do get scared of that at the beginning. One of the things that I do for my clients is I work with you on your budget, and what we try to create is what we call a lean wardrobe. So you don't have to have thousands of pieces in your wardrobe, but what you do need are, number one, pieces that fit your body. But second, things that can coordinate and work together, that you can mix and match and make multiple outfits out of a few pieces. And that's my specialty. So that's the place that we start. We will take a look in your closet, see what pieces you're missing, and then kind of work from there to tie back what you need to work with what you already have, and then to grow that wardrobe as well.
And I'm glad you mentioned that too, because you hit one key factor, make sure it fits you. Because, a lot of times we have things like, oh, I can make this fit. You're like, I don't know. So go ahead and go a
Yeah.
little bit more in detail on that and help the fans out.
Yeah, for sure. Fit is king, and I will tell you, you don't have to pay a lot for clothing, but the key thing is for that to fit your body and also to fit your style, right? What you wear says something about you, and you want to present certain images in certain situations. And that's another thing that I work with my clients on. I want to work with you to make sure that what you're saying with your clothing is actually what you want to say to your audience.
And that right there is very important too. So great value into that. But also is this something about how you dress that gives you energy? Because you can be like, I'm just going to throw this on and be like, but if you actually take the time, put like the details and stuff like that, male or female, you're going to feel good about yourself. Don't you agree?
Oh, 100%. We have a little saying, we say, get up, dress up, show up. And it makes a difference. It makes a difference in how you feel. And I say that, I sell clothing, but I sell so much more than that. And what I do for my clients is help them create a sense of confidence in who they are. When you put on something that fits you, that feels good, that just makes you look good, you feel better and your shoulders go back a little bit, you stand up a little bit taller, and you just feel better about yourself. It's definitely a confidence that I create with clients.
Most definitely. And I also want to put on, like, help the ladies out. So a lot of times when they go into these stores, they may feel intimidated because they may not see their sizes and things like that. So as a person with experience, especially into this, what can you say to the women out there so they can feel more confident when they go shopping?
Yeah, so I actually don't do custom clothing for women, but I can definitely talk to the sizing. So sizing is a number that really shouldn't mean anything. If something fits your body and you're comfortable in it, don't worry about what size it is. When you go in the store, you're looking for things that you can mix and match and create a wardrobe. I think very often people go in and go, oh, wow, that's a really cool shirt. And they purchase that shirt and then they don't know how to wear that shirt or what to wear that shirt with. So you want to get some assistance, work with someone who can help you kind of put things together. And don't worry about what size you're wearing. Worry about how it actually fits your body, men and women.
I'm glad you said that because it all comes down to perspective, like how you view things in life, especially when you put on different clothing, can definitely transition that same energy into how you feel and you walk along your daily lives. So with this, we're going to dive a little bit more into your expertise. Like when it comes to picking clothing, I know we're transitioning into more like the spring. So what are some popular colors to really be with the trend that's going on now?
Yeah, so what I love to do with my clients, and especially when you're kind of creating this wardrobe, is I base things on neutrals, right? So you want to base your wardrobe on neutral colors, things like khakis, tans, navies and blues can be neutral as well. And then what you want to do is add that pop of color, add something that brightens what you're wearing. It doesn't, you don't have to wear bright purple from head to toe, but create that neutral backdrop and then add that pop of color and go where you're comfortable. I try to work with my clients and I don't try to dress them like someone else. I try to understand what is their style and what do they want to say with their clothing. And so creating that with just this pop of color in certain places, it's a nice surprise when people look at what you're wearing.
Yep. And that also builds on into being strong and confident within yourself and believing in everything, not only in yourself and walking through it, but also how you dress as well. So let's help up the guys. So with this, tell the guys that they don't always have to wear the traditional black when it comes into the workforce. I think it's black and blue. Tell them that they can go a little bit outside, but still be professional in their industries because I can say it all day. But maybe they'll listen to a woman that's actually in the industry.
Yeah. No, so you really can play with color, but you want to know your audience, right? So I'm not going to send my attorneys into the courtroom in a bright purple jacket, right? I'm going to create what they need for that particular environment. But yeah, I think stepping out a little bit outside your comfort zone and pulling in some colors that you might not have thought about wearing. I know early in the spring we introduced some shades of green that were absolutely fantastic, and they spoke well to all skin tones, and so you definitely can add that to your wardrobe. You want to be mindful of where you're wearing that. Again, if you're going into the courtroom as an attorney, you probably want to dress that part. But certainly you can add little pops of color and create a style that is, more uniquely yours. It could be through, a fun jacket with a cool pattern that has a different kind of button on it. Or it could be, hey, going with a double-breasted suit to try something fun and a little bit outside the box. So there's all kinds of things you can do with that. In addition, I do casual wear as well. So, do that great pair of 5 pockets in a really bright blue or, some other fun color that you can pull in. We want to work with your skin tone, but you can definitely add that to your wardrobe.
Oh, excellent answers. So well done. So as we continue to go on with this, tell us, name 3 top, magazines that you're doing research on. And I know you mentioned GQ, so go ahead and add 2 more. And what did you learn from each magazine? So like when people go into these traditional stores and see these magazines, they're like, I may want to pick up this issue this time and see what I can learn to help out my closet and look good and feel good.
Yeah, so GQ is probably one of my biggest go-tos, and not only because they have a lot of fashion information, but they break down a lot of other things that I talk to my clients about. Things like how to wear cologne, things like working out and getting the best out of your workouts.
Now you threw me for a loop. How to wear cologne? That's a new one. Go ahead. No, you can't just skip over that.
Yeah, there's a lot of great information out there, and not only in magazines, but a lot of online sites as well that will give you information on how to wear cologne, how to choose a cologne, how to put it on correctly. You just want to get the best out of what you're doing, whether it's clothes, cologne, your workout, any of those things.
Gotcha.
And that's where I think GQ is good.
And what are the other 2?
I'm going to say Esquire. I think I use Esquire a lot more for more of a business look and more business dress type information. And then the other online source that I use is The Rake. Just some really cool looks for clothing that I like to kind of look at and look at what's trending in the style.
Awesome. So as you're doing all of this, like, what are some of the biggest takeaways, like when you're helping people get dressed for success and feeling good? Like, what are they telling you after they see how they look? They're like, wow. So, but what are you hearing when you get them all nice and set up?
Yeah, so the first thing you hear is, I didn't expect to get all the compliments. I think a lot of times guys think that people don't notice what they wear, and people do notice. Both men and women notice what you wear. And so, just letting them know that people do notice that, and what you say with your clothing, it matters. That's probably the biggest thing. I've had clients that are very skeptical going in. I don't know if this is going to be for me or whatever. When they start getting compliments, or one of the first things is when you get clothes that fit, people will start asking you, "Did you lose weight? Are you working out?" And it has nothing to do with that. It's just that their clothing fits now.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because, people go, I don't know if I want to try this, get all the cocoa homeless. Like, you know what? I think I might want to go ahead and doing this a little bit more often. I'm starting to feel good and stuff like that. So adding on to this, so like after what I just said and the great value that you gave, tell about the opportunities that can open up when you dress for success and look good and things like that. Because I feel like a lot of times when people see, of course, the runways on TV and things like that, but you can actually open up opportunities by dressing nice, smelling good, and much more. So go ahead and I'll let you have the mic on this.
Yeah, for sure. Self-presentation, and it's again, your grooming habits. Some of the little details I tell my clients, make sure your shoes are polished, make sure your belt looks nice and that it's not all ratty and ragged. A lot of those things just come into play. And I tell my clients too, dress for the job that you want, not for the job that you have. So it makes you feel better, you present yourself better, and definitely can open up opportunities for you. I've had clients that tell me, I believe that this latest promotion, a lot of it was driven by how I've changed the way I look and how I present myself. And you can present yourself more professionally, and that can go a long way in what you're doing for your career. The other thing is, I think even in a casual environment, you're just out, at your kid's ball game or something like that, just looking nice and presenting yourself well says something about who you are and what your values are, in my opinion.
Awesome. Great value. Okay. Now I'm going to throw a little twist. It's going to be contradicting. So it's like a two-way question. So what do you love about the fashion industry when you see things on TV, and what do you not like about it? I guess from a society point of view, when they receive and look in different images.
So what I like about the fashion industry is I honestly think that these days anything goes, and if you're comfortable in it, do it. I talk to my clients and sometimes they'll be like, oh, should I really try this double-breasted suit? If it works with your body style, give it a shot. You have nothing to lose. And so I think what I really love about fashion is you can be creative, you can make a statement with what you wear, and people are pretty accepting of that. Maybe something that I don't love about it is I think sometimes people feel pressured to look or be a certain way or to follow a certain style. And I'm not about that. I don't dress all of my clients the same. I really work with them to kind of find what their style is and just bring that out. And so that may be the negative in the fashion industry, just that, people try to do something that someone else does, and that might not be effective for them.
Very well said. And it all goes back to what you were saying earlier. Just stay true to yourself. So we're going to have leave it a little bit more fun on that. Name the top 3 men that you see dressed on TV that you probably follow, and top 3 women that you have dressed. So let's see who's on your list.
Oh gosh, that's a tough question.
Uh-oh.
I think, yeah. I think for men, I actually, I love any of the James Bond styling. I just love that really clean, crisp
My name is
look.
Bond, James Bond.
Absolutely. That's probably a look that I like, and maybe Daniel Craig wears it best. I'm not sure I would go there, but I'll go there. Let's see. I love Bradley Cooper's style, and I'll throw a little curve in there for you. I love the style of The Rock.
Okay, I can't get mad at you because, I love The Rock from the wrestling days. So you throwing out the eyebrow, can you smell The Rock's cooking? So I'm not going to lie, I'm a big fan even since wrestling. So I'm going to let you have your way on that.
Well, and actually, The Rock and Bradley Cooper are styled by the same person, and she does a fantastic job. Her name is Aloria Urbanati, and she's amazing. And so I do like her particular style.
Nice. I'm going to have to steal some of the stuff that's in Rock's wardrobe, so I can get the attention he has, just saying.
There you go. He's a bit of a tough fit, but custom works well for him.
Nice. So, okay, so what about the ladies? Go ahead.
Gosh, the ladies. I love a clean, classic style. I think Scarlett Johansson is someone that I tend to like. And I'll kind of caveat all of these and say, I don't love everything they wear all the time, but I tend to like their style in general. I'll go a little bit old school and say Meryl Streep is another one that I love that she dresses her age, but she's very stylish. And so I do like that. And let's see, who else? I'll go with a little bit younger and say Reese Witherspoon is another one, because I'm a Southern girl and she's a Southern girl. And so I like her style as well.
Nice. Now you're going to have all these people researching, especially The Rock.
Well, and that's the thing to note, when you're a different body type as The Rock is, he's not a guy that can walk in the store and buy something off the rack. It's not going to happen for him. It just doesn't exist for his body style. And that's a place where doing custom clothing actually can be a huge benefit. So a lot of my clients do work out and have a different body style. Or I have a client that's 6'7", so someone that can't just walk in the store and buy off the rack. So, it offers them an opportunity to have things that fit without struggling in the store.
Nice, nice, nice. So let's see. I want to hit this one. So what are 3 top watch brands that you like? Now, I know you got all different kinds of brands out there. That way, when guys get watches, they be like, I think I go with this one. I know one I got right now. I think it's Fossil. I'm a big fan of those, but I know there's other ones as well. So educate me as well of the other top 2. But if you want to put more in there, you can.
Yeah, so I'm going to say, obviously, if you're going to go high end, I think you can't beat Rolex. Again, that's more of a high end brand. I think something a little more mid tier and that can be either casual or dressy would be Tag. And then I'm like you, I think Fossil is a great brand as well because there's just a lot of choices, face sizes, band differentials, all kinds of things that you can do with watches. And watches are a cool accessory. A lot of guys don't wear them anymore because your iPhone is always with you and it has the time on it. But I think people use them more now as accessories. And I think it's a really cool way to kind of dress up your wardrobe or dress down your wardrobe, depending on what you're styling for the day.
Okay, I'm gonna throw another fun question out there, and this is for both genders. So for a guy, what is probably the most complimented piece from like head to toe that women give, and then vice versa for women when they see people styled up? Is it like the shirt, their watch, or things like that? So the audience will be like, "Oh, make sure I get this one this time."
I think for a guy, I love just a casual sports coat. I think that guys don't think about that. And a lot of times a guy will tell me, I don't really wear suits. I don't think you can help me. If you're taking your girl out on a date, and even if you're going to a pretty casual restaurant, you got on a pair of jeans, throw on a great sports coat, something with working buttons on the sleeves so you've got a little bit of character to it. We do some contrast stitching, make it fun and casual, but you still got that style. I just love a great sports coat. I think it's a great investment that you can wear dressed up or dressed down.
All right. And for the women?
Gosh, for women, I'm kind of a fan of jewelry, and I don't mean it has to be expensive jewelry. I love just accenting what you're wearing. Could be fun and funky, some casual chunky necklace, or it could be sleek, just a little tiny little chain or something like that. But I think jewelry for women is something that really sets apart their fashion.
Awesome. I loved how you brought in the coat, sports coats also, because you don't always have to be dressed fully head to toe. And I know like you have the formal events where you want to do that, but sometimes you just want to be relaxed and comfortable and just throw on a coat. So you be like the nice little topping on top to kind of like bring that attention and make it look good. So I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of guys, I'm not going to lie, do underestimate and forget about that. So that's a nice, important piece. So with that, like, what do you have going on now or future plans as we pretty much round up this great podcast episode and having people all styled up and ready to walk the runway?
Yeah, so what we've got going on right now is our spring and summer lines have both launched. A lot of fun colors. We've got the inspiration was actually from Italy, so we've got some great Chianti wine type colors that accent our pieces. I mentioned earlier we have some great greens in the collection as well. Always wonderful blues. Blue's just a great neutral color, works with any skin tone. And so we've got a lot of great fabrics. I've got some amazing linen, wool, silk blends for jackets that are very lightweight. We can do some fun half lining to make it a little bit cooler for the season. So really it's all about getting us into spring and summer. The one thing I'll point out is my job is pretty close contact with my clients. So I actually meet with them and we look at fabrics. Obviously, with the state of the world today, I'm not meeting directly with clients, but have no fear. I can actually work with you virtually. So exactly like what we're doing now, Chris, I do Zoom calls with my clients. I can show them fabrics. I can actually log into their online closet so they can see what they purchased in the past, and we can work to coordinate pieces that they're missing from their wardrobe.
Okay, so hold on right there. So explain a little bit more about this online closet. I'm so used to the physical closet, like right behind me. So
Yeah.
explain that. Help me out.
Yeah, so when you become a client, anything that you purchase from me goes into what we call an online closet. And so we can pull that up at any time. So a lot of times clients will be like, well, I thought I bought blue pants from you. I'm like, no, we don't have any blue in your closet. So let's work on the blues, or let's work on the grays, or whatever that might be. So at any time, you as a client can pull that up and look, at all the shirts you've purchased, all the ties, all the trousers, all the shoes, whatever that might be. And so you have access to that, so we can work to kind of create coordinating pieces.
Awesome. So that's definitely great, especially right now with everything going on. So that still makes people happy. Like, oh, I can still dress and look good regardless of what's going on. So that makes me feel good. So tell the audience where they find you.
So where you can find me, so my website is www.johnnahaines.jhilburn.com. So it's JOHNNAHAINES, and then J Hilburn, JHILBURN. That's probably the best place. You can also reach out to me, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Find me there as well. And my
TikTok
email.
Yet.
No TikTok yet. Yeah, I'm an old school girl. I haven't made it to TikTok yet. Thanks for busting me, Chris.
Just a little fun.
Yeah, my email is jonna.haines@jhilburnpartner.com if you want to reach out to me that way. Also, just reach out to Chris. He can find me.
She threw it right back at me. Okay, so I'm going to
Yep.
throw one more at you so you can just, crush and destroy the mic on this. If you can leave the audience with some powerful words to inspire them as they walk through life, what would it be? Go.
I think every day you want to look and feel your best. Do the things that make you happy. Have a servant heart. Reach out to others, because when you help other people, that helps you. And I think just finding the good in people and finding the good in life, that's what I would say kind of keeps you going and makes this world a better place.
And she just destroyed the mic. All right, I'm going to have to buy or repair another one. That's all good, though, because it's all about helping and inspire people to be the best versions of themselves. So awesome. With that, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. This is another great episode of Next Level Thinking with your host, Chris Holmes. As always, bring you inspirational guests to help you take it to the next level. And today I have my lovely guest by the name of
Johnna Haines.
Nice. So make sure you subscribe and share the message to keep things going so we can keep the world motivated, inspired, and living their best life, and also living up to their dreams, because everybody deserves their dream to become a reality. With that said, make sure you keep things going, take it to the next level. Peace and much love.